Okay, let's dive right in. What if I told you that the single biggest tool you have to influence people isn't what you say? It's what your body is doing while you're saying it. Today, we're going to break down the nonverbal secrets that will give you a serious edge in any room, in any conversation. So, take a look at this number, 93%. That should honestly stop you in your tracks, because that's how much of our communication is estimated to be completely nonverbal. It means all those words we stress over are just a tiny, tiny piece of the puzzle. The real story? Well, that's being told by your body. And this chart really lays it all out. It's something called the 7-38-55 rule. And believe me, it is a game changer. A massive 55% of how your message lands comes down to your body language. We're talking posture, gestures, all of it. Another 38% is your tone of voice. And that leaves what? A tiny 7% for your actual words. So learning to control that huge 55% chunk, that's basically a professional superpower. So the big question is, how do you actually master that huge 55%? Well, it all kicks off with our very first key, mastering your presence. And listen, this isn't about being the loudest person in the room. Not at all. It's the subtle skill of commanding attention and building real rapport before you've even said more than a few words. Here are the tactics, plain and simple. First, you've got to hold comfortable eye contact. It sends a signal of confidence and shows you're actually paying attention. Second, use a genuine smile. It literally lowers stress in your own brain and makes you more approachable to others. And here's the big one. Please stop fidgeting. Tapping a pen, messing with your hair, it just screams nervousness. Right. So these small things build into what we call active engagement. Use your hands to help tell your story. Expressive gestures add so much energy and conviction. And when someone else is talking to you, just nod. It's such a simple, powerful way to say, I hear you, I'm with you. It builds a connection in just seconds. This is absolutely crucial when you're up in front of a group. Don't just hide behind a podium. Move around, use the space. That physical energy breaks the audience's trance and pulls them right in. And you need to match that movement with some vocal variety. Maybe lean in and get a little quieter for a key point, then let your voice get excited when you're fired up. Okay, so mastering your presence helps you project confidence on the outside, but what about feeling it on the inside, where it really counts? So, are you ready to build that unshakable internal kind of confidence? Because here's the thing about real confidence. It's not a switch you just flip on. It's actually a result of great preparation. It's that quiet sense of calm that comes from knowing you've already done the hard work, way before you step into that big meeting, that salary negotiation, or that career-making interview. And that brings me to our sponsor, mobilecv.ai. When you're looking for a job, that preparation starts with your resume. But did you know that a staggering 75% of resumes get rejected by those automated screening bots, the ATS, before a human being ever even lays eyes on them? MobileCV.ai is an AI builder that creates perfectly formatted ATS-optimized resumes that are designed specifically to get past those bots. Best part? You get 3 free credits just to start, and there's no monthly subscription fee. It's that critical first step to walking into an interview with the kind of confidence that only comes from being truly prepared. Okay, so with that foundation of preparation laid, let's talk about our second key, building real confidence. And this goes way deeper than just faking it till you make it. This is about understanding what confidence really is, and then using some simple physical tools to manage your mental state. I want you to really let this quote sink in. When you tell yourself you lack confidence for, say, a presentation, you're not broken. You're just feeling uncertain about a specific situation you haven't mastered yet. See the difference? It's not a character flaw. It's just a data gap. That's it. So let's draw a really clear line here. What most of us call a lack of confidence, it's just temporary situational uncertainty. True confidence, that's something different. It's that deep, quiet trust in your own ability to figure things out, and it's built by collecting experiences over time. The good news is, we can use our body to help speed up that feeling. Here is a tool you can use the second you feel that stress starting to rise. See, when we get anxious, our breathing gets all shallow and it traps tension in our bodies. Let's try this right now. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and now a long, full exhale out through your mouth. And as you breathe out, I want you to consciously let your shoulders drop. Let's do one more. This simple little act sends a message to your nervous system that it's safe to calm down. Now, the other piece of this puzzle is all mental. Your brain is a story machine, and it can get stuck on these negative what-if loops so easily. You have to be the director of your own movie. Instead of imagining yourself stumbling over your words, I want you to visualize yourself absolutely nailing that presentation. See the successful outcome, feel the handshake on a closed deal. Your body will follow wherever your mind leads it. So far, we've really focused on managing ourselves, right? With presence and with confidence. Our third key, active empathy, is all about turning our focus outward. This is the skill that turns basic communication into real connection and builds unbreakable trust. So what do we even mean by empathy? Well, simply put, it's the ability to truly recognize what someone else is feeling, to see the world from their chair for a moment. It's about getting past the surface-level words to understand the emotional truth underneath. It is, without a doubt, the foundation of all genuine connection. And it is a practice. It's something you have to work on. Here's how you start. First, listen for the feeling behind the words. Are they frustrated, excited, worried? Second, ask yourself, what must it be like to be them in this moment? And third, when it feels right, be willing to be a little vulnerable yourself. Sharing a time you faced a similar struggle is the fastest way to just say, hey, you're not alone, I get it. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's put all three of these keys together. Because when you combine that outward presence with inner confidence and a genuine focus on other people through empathy, you graduate. You go from just communicating to becoming truly influential. This table maps out the formula perfectly. You see, your strong external presence, plus that real internal confidence, plus a foundation of empathy for others, that is the equation for influence. And every single component is essential. You can't just skip a step and hope it works. And let's be crystal clear about what we mean by influence. This is not about manipulation. It's not about winning an argument. Real, true influence is the ability to build so much trust that people want to align with your vision. It's about creating agreement, not forcing it. So there you have it. You now have the keys to presence, to confidence, and to empathy. The framework is all yours. So the only question left is, how are you going to use your influence?